Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Dice Warmers, a podcast where we talk about all things geeky and we occasionally have structure and coherent thoughts. I am Vas, and with me today, as always, we have Kaz
Hi.
and lovely David.
Hello.
Hello, lovely David.
Hello.
You're going to make him blush again.
Hello.
He's already blushing.
He's always blushing.
Yes.
Uh,
Oh,
I was
dear.
gonna ask how you guys, but I think we need to let our viewers know that we've been chatting like for half an hour before we
Yeah.
recorded
Yeah.
It was a very nice chat, Anime.
We
My
should have
entire
recorded
committee-
what
Yeah,
we
you
were
missed-
chatting
I'm
about.
sorry,
You
guys.
missed all of it. It was great.
You missed all the good bits. Might as well sign off now. I mean,
Well, don't tell him that. There's good
Nope.
bits to come, guys. Come on.
is there? Do we have
Yeah.
like topics and shit to talk about?
You know what?
Well,
I think
We actually do, don't we?
do. We do.
Yeah.
I
That
know,
fall
right?
under our structure. We have structure.
We do sometimes have structure.
I'm already preparing a thumbnail with a segue, just so you know. I'm already
Oh,
prepared
is
that.
it Kaz on a Segway again?
Yes, it is. In an entirely new location.
Reusing old
Oh,
assets
okay.
already.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just change the colour and nobody will know. Okay, so the first one. This is something that you touched on slightly before we started
No, I
recording.
didn't. That's a lie. I never
and-
touched him.
I I told you to shut up so that we could talk about it on here, and you could try and explain to not just
Right.
myself and David why you think
Components.
Modiphius are witches.
What?
First of all,
Are they?
I'm sure Modiphius are witches. Because how else do you explain? First of all, like, do you people know what Modiphius is? Who they
Yeah.
are?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, explain
those-
to the
For
listeners
those,
that don't know.
for those of
Yeah.
you who don't know, Modiphius are an amazing UK publisher, RPG
Mhm.
games publisher. They make board games as well. They
Mhm.
make some amazing minis. They make a lot of shit.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
that's my point. They make a lot of shit. And they're a
Yeah,
small
yes.
company. And like the amount of good role playing games they produce is insane. And the amount of licenses they have. And it's not like, any old license. They they released Fallout the other day.
Oh, yeah, I
Yeah.
did hear about that. Yeah.
They released Dune.
What?
All right. Yeah.
I mean,
They-
are you sure they're not witches? They're just really good business people.
No, that good business. No, they gotta be witches.
No.
Le-
Good
okay,
business
no,
people.
Look. Okay, hear me out. Okay, that's I've mentioned how many brands now? 2, 3. Yeah. So we got Achtung Cthulhu,
Yes.
John Carter of Mars,
Mhm.
Yes.
Alien the role playing game,
What?
right?
Okay.
Odyssey of the Dragon Lords that we know of. It's
Yeah.
theirs. Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Conan the Barbarian.
Yes.
Yeah. Which you
Uh,
haven't played, so for Scott's information.
Yeah, Scott.
saying.
Just so you know, I don't even own it anymore.
What?
Yeah, you got
I'm
rid of
sorry,
it.
I got rid of it.
Mhm.
I'm in this phase now. I'll probably regret it at some point, but I get rid of stuff I have no intention of running because they stress me out in my shelf.
Oh, okay. So, for anybody listening who knows Bass, his birthday's coming up. Don't get him a gift you think he might give away. Because
I
apparently
never
given
give
it
away
away.
gifts. No.
Oh,
I never
okay.
give
So,
away gifts.
hang on. Is this a challenge?
What do you mean?
Are you telling me that you never give away gifts, like any gifts, no matter what it is?
Okay, that sounds like a trick question.
No. Do you
yeah.
ever give away gifts? You said you never give away gifts.
I've never
Have you ever
given away
repackaged
gifts
a gift?
or regifted or sold any gifts. No.
Okay, so if we were to get you a gift, you would never give it away.
Again, that sounds like a trick question,
No,
and
it's
I
no
don't
trick.
want to say
no,
yes
No trick
because,
questions.
for instance, you might buy me, I don't know,
A dragon dildo.
a dragon
Not bad,
dildo.
dragon.
I mean, I wouldn't give that away. I wouldn't use it, but it's a
Yeah.
nice thing to have.
Yeah.
It's a nice thing to have. It's a gift. It's the thought that counts.
It's a nice
Yeah.
I
decorative
really
piece
hope
to
I'm
go
not
in the
having
middle
thoughts of
your
you using it,
coffee
by the way.
table.
Just letting you know.
Now I know what I'm gifting.
And this is
Kaz.
okay. Please don't. Sorry, I missed what you said then, David. What was that about? Coffee table?
I just said it'd be a nice decoration, especially if it's like a stone.
Yeah, of course.
Sort of look.
Yeah.
You could just
Instead of having a coffee
Stone
table book,
dildo.
got
Yes.
a dildo on it. Yeah.
Stone
Isn't
looking.
that just a statue at that point?
Can we please get back on Modiphius? Because
No,
we're losing track.
no, because I think you're talking absolute trite. I think you're talking absolute rubbish. It's
Look,
no.
if you give me something that's not a troll gift, then yes, no, I won't gift it away or sell
All
it. Or,
right, okay. Damn.
Okay.
So nothing that's got trolls on it.
If you
Got
buy
it.
me a donkey, no, I'm
Yep.
not keeping the donkey.
What if I got you a cat?
Oh.
Oh, now that's a tough one, isn't it? Because you don't want a cat, but at the same time you
I
want
couldn't
a
give
cat.
away the cat though.
But you can't
Like,
keep it
At
because
that point, like, the cat is for life.
cat is for
family.
life, not just for Christmas.
Or for birthdays, or
The more
for
you
any
know.
of the
Okay, yeah. So Modiphius, they're not witches; they're just really good business people.
Yep.
Yes, you say that now, but let me continue. Vampire the
Ah.
Masquerade, Tales from the Loop, Cult
Alright.
Divinity Lost, Simbarum, Mutant Year Zero, Coriolis. What else? I must
Sea
be
of
forgetting
Thieves?
something.
Did they make Sea of
Probably.
Thieves? Or was
The
that one?
Elder Scrolls,
I can't believe you
How?
forgot that one.
Star Trek Adventures, Dishonored.
Are you sure they're not just like? Are you sure they're not just buying them off of people?
They own all these licenses.
Yeah, but they're just
How?
really good business people.
They must.
Maybe Modiphius is actually owned by Disney.
Can we
Ooh.
please have the
They've got all
president of
that money behind
Modiphius?
them.
I've
but
seen
they got
I've seen
two.
your picture, Mr. President of Modiphius. You're a young person. Can you please come onto our podcast or send us a message? If you're a witch, we won't tell anyone. Trust me, it's like 7 people who are listening to this. We can kill
Put it
them. It's
on.
fine.
Yeah, put it
Wouldn't
on
it-
social media.
Yeah,
Hold
yeah.
on.
it's
There
fine.
wouldn't be a witch if they're male. Wouldn't there be a warlock?
Don't leave me.
No, no,
David.
hang on, David. No. Witches do not necessarily have to just be women. Do
Mhm.
not be sexist, okay? That's not how it
No,
works.
that's what he said. A male witch is a warlock. And-
No, not necessarily.
Well,
Warlocks
yeah.
is something different again.
Eh,
Actually,
yeah.
I've had that conversation
Anyway,
in,
guys, you're missing the point. How the
yep.
fuck?
They're not witches.
How the fuck can they afford all these
Because
licenses?
they're owned by I don't know, someone like
By
Disney
a
or
coven
Amazon
of witches.
or
There's
one of
a
those
coven
massive
of
companies.
witches. In my head, there's like 13 witches. Yeah,
I don't
and I think
know.
that the president of Modiphius, I'm not sure if he's like
I
like
thought
the
it'd be
head,
8.
the head of the coven, but I know he's part of it. And like,
Mm.
I don't know why he's using his powers to produce amazing role playing games, but I'm cool with that. But
Unless
dude, they're gonna figure you out. I mean, if I can figure you out, there's others out there that might figure you out and come for you. Just saying, be
Mm.
careful.
the
Because
only
I want to play Achtung Cthulhu and I want a lot of supplements to come out from Modiphius, please.
unless the only explanation I can give is that it started off small, and then as they grew with conventions and the like,
Oh, like my
they
penis.
gathered. Well, with conventions, how did that happen? Was that a like tutorial of how to grow it or how to shrink it? I don't know.
No, see, David, the problem with what you're saying is that it makes sense,
Yeah.
and you're not feeding into my madness. So
Oh,
I'm gonna
I see.
discard it.
Yeah, he's not going to listen to anything that doesn't agree with his theory.
Yeah.
Guys,
Talking of theories,
Oh yeah.
I was going to say,
What?
talking of theories, everyone
on.
knows that Mary Poppins is a Time Lord, right? Because that's actually more believable than
I thought she
Modiphius
was an
being
alien.
witches.
Oh, Time Lords
Time
are
Lords
aliens,
are aliens. God, David.
but they look exactly the same as
Um,
humans.
so is
Sometimes they don't always have to look like that.
Wouldn't that just
okay.
be
So
not?
what's the theory exactly? I'm not gonna Google it. I'm gonna have Kaz explain it to me.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So
Why is she a Time Lord and not just
Okay, so she can talk to animals. She can talk to everybody. Right? Time Lords can speak all languages. She has. She can fly with her umbrella, and her umbrella can do lots of things.
Can she
Almost
fly
like.
or can she glide?
All right, she glides then.
She uses
She,
the
I
air
don't know.
cannon.
She actually can go upwards, so she can fly. She could
Hmm.
go all different directions with her sonic umbrella.
Right.
Her bag is bigger on
Okay.
the inside. Right? We
Yes.
actually see her pull out a coat stand from her
Mhm.
bag. She is
Okay.
most definitely a time, and she doesn't age.
So
Okay.
why wouldn't she be then? Why would she be a time traveler and not? I don't know. A witch. Coming back to my witch theory.
Witches don't
Everyone's
exist.
everyone's
Aliens
a witch.
exist. Aliens exist, but she's not a witch.
Look, any what's the quote?
I mean, witches do exist, but
Any advanced technology, like any, I can't think the quote is indistinguishable by magic.
Yeah.
no, I
So
mean,
it's because it's so advanced technology that you think it's magic, Kaz. That's the problem.
The only explanation I
so
can
are you
give
saying
is
that Modiphius are actually time travelers, and what's
They could
happened
they could be,
is that they just happen to, like, I don't know,
but because they landed
air
on
quotes,
our,
win the lottery, and that's how they can afford all this shit.
maybe they
I
did win
mean,
the lottery and that's how it started.
that's a
Is that they had
theory.
oodles of money.
Look,
Yes,
it
but
makes much
I
more
mean,
sense than I started slow and worked really hard to get where I am today. I mean,
yeah,
come
Thanks to
on,
the
who
book.
does that? Let's be
that
honest.
most rich people do that.
Look, I have to
That's how
think
they
for
become
my
rich.
own sanity that a guy who looks 5 years younger than me is not that much more
No, but
successful than I am.
he might be 5 years younger, but he's probably 20 years older. But let me
Oh,
talk about.
yeah.
Okay, yeah, he might
Go on about.
be look 5 years younger, but he could be 20 years older.
Blew
But
my
what I'm
mind.
saying, right? What I'm saying
Yeah.
is that people do work hard, and that's how they get places. And if you want to question it, Vass, how are you doing with that book you're supposed to be writing?
Shh, it's Modiphius. Shh. I'm progressing really good.
Yes.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. And you know
Yeah.
what? That's why you're not the owner of Modiphius.
That's
Just
Oh
not
saying.
why so you're
no!
saying if I finish my book, I would be
No,
the owner of
I'm
Modiphius.
saying if he worked as hard as those guys did, you might own a
I'm
company
not I'm
like
not saying they
Modiphius.
didn't work hard, but come on, they're witches. Come
There
on.
is a connection actually between Mary Poppins and Modiphius.
Go on, David,
You
I'm
know,
intrigued.
so the actual owner, the president of Modiphius, how
Yeah.
old is he, roughly?
Well, judging from a picture I saw of him, I would guess like 35, 40.
So let's say around about 25 years ago, he was in a sort of like household that needed someone and needed someone fast to sort of like take care of them while their parents were off doing busy work and not taking care of them well. What if Mary Poppins herself came to the house of Modiphius as president and actually helped him and maybe made a bargain with him
It's
to
more
say,
likely that it was Nanny McPhee, to be honest, because she's the one who sets the people straight.
yeah, but as you say, she might be a Time Lord and may have made his dreams come true. Maybe got
So what you're
signatures from all.
saying, right? Okay, which
Yes.
I'm not saying it's
It
crazier
doesn't make
than.
any
Hang
sense
on,
to me,
hang
boy.
on, Vass, hang on. I'm not saying it's crazier
Huh?
than Vass's theory, but it is. You're saying that not only are Modiphius not witches,
Mm-hmm.
but that they were partially raised by Mary Poppins, which is the reason why they learned how to work hard to create a company like Modiphius.
Correct. But also as well, she using her time travel powers that she is now banned from and transported back to the 1800s with. She was actually able to get signatures and meet all the crews of Star Trek, of Alien, of
What?
everyone, and he managed to use those signatures to
David, have you
Is
been
accumulate
is
smoking
is
independence.
David
something
having a
before this?
stroke?
I'm
I
not.
think he smoked something before joining us on this
Do
call.
you think that like Jean-Luc Picard owns the rights to Star Trek or something? Is that what you think is happening?
I don't know
But,
where he's
but
going with
if
this
you
theory
but
now,
if you
but it's
had a
throwing
but
me.
if you had a signature from him at the very beginning of his career and then sold it right
Why
towards
wouldn't
the
they
end.
just? Why wouldn't she just go? Oh yeah, in 10 years' time, these
Yeah,
are going to be the lottery numbers on this day.
exactly.
Because
Why
That
it's
makes
more
more
complicate things?
sense. That makes more sense than going back in time,
yes.
getting a signature from somebody
Hmm.
famous, going forward in time, and then them trying to find the right buyer
Yes.
for this
David,
signature.
I'm
It
scared
makes
now that if you ever invent time travel, it's gonna get
That's what you're
wasted
going
on
to
you.
do. You're going
in a
to
boy
waste it by going
in a
back in time and getting signatures that
if
you are not
if
going to be able to verify properly.
Oh
if
man.
no if you were to get a lottery ticket, say like I know the lottery ticket numbers, wouldn't that cause a major flag for the Time Lords and say
No.
she's trying
No,
to
that's Back to
interfere
the
with time?
Future, David.
That's not Time Lords. Time Lords can do whatever the hell they want. They just
Well, that
pretend that they've got a rule.
Oh, that they sound like horrible people, to be honest.
But Time Lords,
Yeah.
they are for the most part.
Yeah.
The Doctor isn't, let's be fair, but the rest of them are dicks.
I'm
Have you
sorry.
not
Do,
watched?
do, I,
Have you not
do I
watched
know
Doctor
more
Who?
about Doctor Who than David?
I think you
What's
might do.
happening?
How? David, do you not watch Doctor Who? Is that the thing?
I haven't watched it in about 2 years. 2-3 years.
So you haven't watched where they've been right arsehole,
Um,
nasty people.
It's
No,
too late,
I
Kaz.
watched
Can't edit
I
that out.
Jodie Whittaker. I got through one series and then I stopped. Not because I didn't like Jodie Whittaker, it was because I just
I
didn't have
didn't
time for the show.
necessarily like the writing of Jodie Whittaker. However, I think we should probably steer clear of anything along these lines because people have their opinions on having female doctors.
Anyway,
And they're
la.
wrong,
Modiphius are witches. Can
but
we just move on?
Modiphius are not.
I mean,
No, Modiphius are not
guys, come
witches.
on. I know witches.
And
I'm
Mary
I
happy
mean,
Poppins
to
is
move.
not a
No,
Time
I
Lord.
know
Or is
witches.
she?
They're not
We don't know.
witches. We can move on. They're not
Yes.
witches, but we can move on.
Chris,
Alright, what
Chris Birch, by the way, that's the founder of Modiphius. Chris
And his
Birch
wife, yeah.
is a
Not a
warlock
witch.
or a witch.
No.
Take your pick.
Either or.
No.
Okay, this is not a coincidence, okay? Apparently, he's.
What? Yes. go on.
Apparently.
he was part of a gaming company for 13 years. Is that a coincidence, Kaz? Is it? It's just a random number, is it?
Yes, it is just a random number. Come on now.
Right.
Come
Anyway.
on.
We're not buying it, Chris Birch. But keep up the good work, Modiphius. We love you.
You're gonna get into trouble.
You're gonna get a knock for the
I'm
door.
probably gonna get into trouble by my,
Your manager, who's gonna tell you
Yeah.
off for not writing enough words.
And that's I'm writing. I'm almost
Oh,
done.
yeah?
I'm
Really?
almost done. Yeah.
Your time's almost done. You keeping an eye on that clock?
Yes.
Tick,
Yeah.
Yes,
Tick.
ma'am.
tock, tick, tock.
Alright,
Moving
alright.
on.
Moving on. Swiftly moving on. David,
Yeah.
how was your gaming on Tuesday?
Please tell me you finished the fucking series.
Please tell me you finished.
Believe it or not,
No.
we entered a house.
Is that all you did?
So, did you
3
open a
hours.
door and entered a room, and that was the whole session?
Well, it was more or less I waited for the other group to meet up to get to the house. We then decided to potentially move in the house, and then the game ended.
So you didn't even move in the house.
We went to go in, and it ended.
Hang
But
on, you didn't go into. So when you told us you went into a house, you didn't actually go into a house.
No, Kaz, that was the cliffhanger.
Yeah.
Will they go into the house? Tune in next week to find out.
If
To be
they'll
honest,
stand outside for another 3 hours.
To be honest, the GM actually said that maybe it's better for us not to go in there just yet
What?
until all the players are there. We only had
Who
4
are you
players.
missing?
We're missing a. Who are we missing?
All right, hang on,
Oh,
hang on. So you were
missing
missing 2 people, is it?
Yes. Yeah.
Right, you were missing 2 people,
When
and
did
you
you
were
play them?
told by the GM after spending 6 sessions now not
that can't be right.
to go
It's
into
like
a house.
10.
Yeah. It was.
I'm
a case
sorry,
of,
but even
it's
if
a
you
big,
went into the house and almost died, it's still more fun
it
than
was a
standing
big.
outside for 3
It was
hours.
a big story moment. That's the reason why.
I've got a new theory. I feel that the game is fine, and it's just David is misrepresenting it to us.
Maybe I
No,
am. Yeah.
my theory is that the GM doesn't know where to go from here, and he told them not to go into the house because he hasn't planned what's going to happen when they go into the house.
Nah.
That's
he
my
didn't-
theory.
he
Is
didn't
that the GM
explicitly
doesn't
say
know what's
he-
going to happen.
It didn't explain to
I
explicitly
never know
not
what's
go
going to
in the
happen.
house,
That didn't stop
But he's-
me.
but he said to not enter the house to like load a location. He probably has the location. He just doesn't want to reveal it yet to the
So,
all of us there.
You listened to the GM. When the GM told you don't go into the house, you listened to him.
Yeah.
What sort of
We-
rebellious players are you?
Yeah, I know. Like that for
Would
me
have been
would
the
be like,
first thing to do.
yeah,
I'm going in
don't
that
go
house.
in. Okay, yeah, I'm going in the house.
I'm climbing in through a window.
Yeah.
I'm
crawling under-
I'm kicking the door down and going through.
No, you say that, but as a player, because I was waiting for the others to arrive, I decided, why is this little town look all tentacly and sort of like
You only just noticed after being in the
it?
town for 7 hours?
Yeah. Well, it was not in the actual merchants district. It wasn't in the sort of like the sort of the beginning. It was in the
Fast, stop being
main
rude.
posh.
Oh,
It was
sorry, I fell
oh,
asleep there for a
that's
sec.
all right.
Sorry.
That's all right. Yeah. In the main posh district, where this place was, I decided to actually launch off a roof and go through a window in a loft
Hmm.
to try to investigate where all the pedestrians have gone.
Okay.
Instead,
Right.
instead, I was encountered by a giant green eye.
What, when
Instead
you
of
jumped through the window or when you got to the roof?
when I jumped through the window
You
in the
jumped through
loft,
the window and there was a giant green eye.
yes,
Is the house a mimic?
nope, it was
Huh.
just covered in these tentacles and eyes and tendrils and
Okay,
all this
so what
stuff.
did you do from there? Did you stab it in the eye and jump back out the window?
I
Sounds very
punched it in the
Cthulhu-y,
eye.
Yeah.
Yeah,
should say.
I punched it in the eye and burst it.
Well,
I succeeded my fortitude, but I did not succeed my reflex, and so we're covered in lots of little tentacly things. Uh,
ew,
and
lots of tiny tentacles burst out of a popped eyeball.
what was worse is that they were D8s rolled, and there were 8 of them, 8 D8s of
Hang on,
damage.
these tentacles are 1d8 damage after you got
Yeah,
hit by them from an exploding eye.
yes, and there
How
were
big are
8.
these fucking tentacles?
They were extremely small, but
And they.
the influence of them and I think it was poison inflicted. Yeah, after being hit by them, I kind of understood where all of the pedestrians had went.
Dead.
They, yeah. So I quickly escaped and waited for the rest of the team, and that was how eventful that session was.
What were the rest of the team doing?
They were running through a smoke bomb city, failing uh, perception rolls, so they could only move half movement, meaning they could only move 2 tiles.
So you split the party.
We had to. We were on the run, and I succeeded my perception, meaning I can move 50 plus feet, and I did it on the rooftops, so I was easily able to make it.
Man.
Yeah, it was a bit of a drag, if I'm honest, the last few sessions, but I just hope it's going to be worth it in this mansion and not just here's a big fight scene, here's the big bad guy. I hope we have actually a bit of interaction with it, but that was my game for Tuesday. I know I'm going on about it a bit, but I think there's much more to be enjoyed now we're in the inside somewhere.
Your Tuesday game upsets me a little bit. Like,
Well, his Tuesday game is better than our Tuesday game. Guys.
not for long.
Oh, what's
No,
happening?
I'm joining a new Tuesday game.
Excuse
Are
me?
you?
Yes, I am.
What one?
Is it a
Uh,
stars without numbers one?
it is, yeah, the one
How
you
the
turned
hell did
down.
I know that?
Stars without numbers? What on earth is
Yeah.
that? Please tell us more.
Well, I don't know a huge amount. I've only got
Oh,
the description of
The setting, the setting is
I don't
amazing. Well,
yeah, I
I don't
don't
know if
know
the
about the
setting is
setting.
amazing. Sorry, the rule set is amazing. Stars without numbers is probably the best written rule book ever.
Really?
It's so good. Even if you don't intend to play the system, buy it and read it so you know what a good rule book is supposed to look like.
Hmm.
And also, if you have any interest in sci-fi, it has so many amazing ideas in it and so many charts that you can use to like randomly generate shit on the fly. Like it's I can't say enough good things about Stars Without Numbers. It's amazing.
so is it kind of like Star Wars Traveler? What?
No,
It's like
it's yeah.
Warhammer 40k, Judge Dredd, apparently Star Wars, Mandalorian.
No, I think that's the
Thing, but
setting. That
that's the setting. I haven't got a clue about the rule set itself.
Stars Without Numbers is supposed to be like a generic rule set for sci-fi.
Mhm.
But it's I've been meaning to either play or run it for a long time. I'm hoping to get a chance at some point.
Hmm. I look forward to hearing about that anyway on Tuesday.
Yeah, I mean, I know the GM pretty well,
Mhm.
and I think he's a good GM, so I'm hoping it should be really good.
And it would be nice as well that eventually, if you're still playing it, eventually, we'll be able to you'll be able to open, role play haven, and we'll be able to go in and what is that item we used to roll on occasion?
Uh, people call them like clicky clacky number rocks, those sort of things. They
Oh, you mean the Dois?
Dois.
Dois.
That's it.
Dois,
Dois.
yeah,
Yeah, Dois.
Dois.
or Dois. There's an F.
Because they make a Dois, Dois, Dois
Dois.
sound when they fall down.
Do they?
I don't know. I
Oh,
don't remember. It's
I'm,
been too long.
I miss rolling dice, and the problem I've got right is that I'm not rolling dice as much anymore, but I'm still collecting them, and it's really bad because I've now got a load of dice that I am probably not going to roll for a long time.
Do you know that there is a module that came out for Foundry that you can use your camera to roll physical dice and it
I
translates it
have
into the
seen
client?
that, but I don't plan on using Foundry. Sorry, Vass. I know you're in love with it.
That's
I'm
amazing.
not.
No, but I mean, like, you could use it like for my games, like when we play Cthulhu. If I enable that module, you could roll physical dice and your camera will pick it up and translate it into game dice.
Oh, I miss dice.
No, but where can I buy them anyway? We're a
Where
podcast,
can you
right?
buy dice? Like
And
everywhere.
Everywhere. It depends on
If
what
you
you
have
want to
the
buy,
money,
because
yeah.
Chessex actually do a pound of dice. Did you
okay,
know that? That
Yeah, but
Amazon
they're usually like
Chessex.
second
They're not
quality
too bad. They're not
dice.
too
They're
bad.
not bad,
They're more
no.
for display
For the
purposes, but they're
price,
not
like
like.
if you're starting out, yeah, buy a pound of dice and just hand them out to your players.
Yeah,
Literally.
don't
Just
actually like. There's no point in using
yeah. What
the
would be
keeping them as sets is not really a set
yeah.
type thing, but
yeah.
What would happen then if you were to receive a dice? Would you receive the bad luck with that dice or the good luck with that dice?
it depends on whether they've actually been used.
I don't think they're used. It's like, oh, this
No,
has
no,
like
no.
a
I
very
mean, it's
tiny,
like
small
if they're
defect.
given to you by the GM and the GM has already used them and gone, well, these are really good dice, or these are really bad dice. I'm going to give them to my players.
Yeah, then well, of course the
It
curse
depends. It depends
carries.
on whether you cleanse them before using them,
Is
because
there a
every
dice
second hand
cleansing ritual?
there is a dice cleansing ritual. Yes.
Does it involve me being naked at any point?
I hope not. I
Let's
mean, you
see.
can. There's no like reason why you can't be naked.
Dungeons and Dragons dice cleansing ritual, of course.
Yeah, there's a dice cleansing ritual. How did you not know about it?
Because my dice are perfect. They don't need to be cleansed.
That's not
Oh,
true. I've played
Well,
with your
look,
dice. Wait, that sounds
Kaz,
so wrong.
Kaz. The dice that fail me,
yeah.
they don't see the light of day again.
Same.
Hmm.
Mine don't. They don't get played again.
So I don't need to cleanse them because they die.
They learn their lesson. I
No, no,
reprimand them.
Do you
I
bring them
don't
out of the
reprimand them. I
graveyard?
just
Oh, I reprimand mine, and then they learn
they
their
have an
lesson.
accident.
I actually
They
knew somebody
just
who
so
used to
happen to
smash
roll
his.
underneath the sofa. What?
I know someone who used to squash theirs, hit them with a sledgehammer, so they'd be flattened, and he
I
used to
actually
keep them in a box and show the bad dice what would happen to it if it continued to roll bad rolls.
No. Oh, that's so sad.
That's torture.
I,
That
I
is.
I used
That's
to throw dice
psychological torture.
that weren't good.
At people?
No, just throw them out.
Oh,
Throw them out of the
What?
house.
really?
Get rid of them. Yeah, what's the point? It's not
Oh,
rolling well.
So that you could
but
teach all the other dice to roll better
Yeah, I
and be
teach
like,
them. They watched
this.
me get rid of their friend and toss him out on the streets.
Hmm.
Done.
but, but what if it rolls onto the road and it rolls a perfect 20 and it gets flattened by a car? Would you feel
There's a
any
lesson there,
remorse?
David, I think. There's a lesson there for all of us.
Too
Wh-
late.
What if
Too little, too late.
what if that perfect roll is just a couple of rolls away and you miss it because of
See
your
that
ego?
that reminds me of the
Oh,
truck that crashed and spilled
oh
thousands,
God, I
hundreds,
remember that.
millions of dice all over the road.
That was
Oh, that's
amazing.
so funny. I wish I'd been there to see it. It would have been great. But
I
yeah,
would
motorway
have
just like
wanted to know to
everywhere.
find out what it rolled, like the actual number.
Like, I mean, it had
Add
to have
it up.
been, yeah. There were too many for anyone to add them up.
Can you imagine
Well,
stepping on those
Millions.
D4s? Oh,
yeah. Or
Oof.
what
God.
if you or
Or
if you
any
were
dice, to be
playing
Eh.
honest, but
if
D4s.
you were
Ugh.
playing very close to that and the DM was about to roll some dice of damage, say like you
So if you were
reroll,
playing really close to a highway, David.
yeah,
Yeah,
but
go
yeah.
on. Yeah, that makes perfect sense so
Mhm.
far.
Mhm.
Go on.
So you're in
So
a
you're in your
camping
car, you're traveling somewhere, and
and
the
you're
people in the
playing.
backseat say, "You know what? Let's run a game,
Yes.
driver." Yeah,
Mm,
why
Actually,
not?
you
yeah,
know what? You could do theatre
It
of the
could be
mind
done.
game. It could be
Yeah.
done.
and it said you reawaken Cthulhu and you touch Cthulhu. Roll
Oh,
and
only without
the G-
like with permission.
the GM rolls
Yeah,
about
get
to roll,
consent.
and you
Consent is the key.
you're about to roll the dice. The GM is about to roll the dice, and then the truck falls over, and a
And that
whole load of
and
dice
that
comes.
is Cthulhu's damage to you.
Yeah,
Yes.
We had to bring a whole
Car
truck
dies.
of dice for me to roll damage.
yeah.
Yes.
It's that
Like
high.
I always wonder with that one though, right? So you see pictures of it and there are dice scattered all over the place. I
Mhm.
always wonder how are they packaged inside the truck for so many loose dice to get out? Are they not like actually packaged? Like, because you
Unless
don't
they're
see any
in,
packaging on the floor, you just see thousands of dice scattered all over,
Like
and you're like, how would they? Would they just poured in the top
I'm,
like a
I'm not
fucking
sure what
tanker?
happened. Like, was there an accident or it just tripped and fell over?
It was an accident, and the truck, like,
yeah,
obviously crashed, and
yeah,
I think
they
a tire
failed their
popped or
driving skill
something,
roll.
and it went skidding
Yeah.
everywhere, and the doors burst open, and dice went flying.
I
Oh,
say
and
that.
it was Chessex dice apparently.
Yeah,
Whoa,
but
okay,
I want to know how they were packaged,
hundreds
so
of
much
pounds
so that
worth.
they all went skidding everywhere, and it wasn't just like bags of dice or boxes of dice skidding
I
everywhere.
see I see boxes on the street now because I'm like just googled it.
There's
Uh,
actually
uh,
boxes, right?
There
if
are
it
Okay.
boxes.
smashed, if
Yeah,
the actual plastic casing smashed, then they would fall out, wouldn't they?
Yeah, but I mean,
I think it might have been a case of dice from a factory being like ferried somewhere else to be
to
boxed
be
into.
packaged properly.
Yeah,
All right, fair enough.
But,
because Chessex like sells dice to a lot of people who just put their brand on them and sell them.
yeah, I have
Yes,
heard
that
that.
is the thing, people. Yes.
Hmm.
Anyway,
But
dice. Yeah, we need physical dice in the life. I miss my dice.
I know.
To answer David's question though, yeah, you can buy them anywhere, but it depends on whether you want them from the UK or abroad.
Mm.
Because like the UK ones, I tend to buy from D and Dice,
Yeah.
but then you've got the dice shop online, and you've got Wormwood Dice as well.
Hmm. Oh, and
I
Dakota Irish, which
I was
are
gonna
pretty
say,
good.
yeah, recently I've been getting my dice from Critical Kit. They do a subscription box, which
Ooh.
I am sad enough to have signed up to.
And if you want
We're
some
not.
really elegant Cthulhu dice, then Elder dice from Infinite Black. They are
Yeah.
they're so good.
Well, if we're talking abroad, Kraken Dice are the way for me. I love Kraken Dice.
I love crack and dice.
And Dice.
Said
Crack and
Kaz.
Dice, yeah. Kraken Dice.
Oh, I know what I'm getting you for Christmas.
Dice or crack?
Well, both.
Oh,
Oh,
okay,
a
nice.
dice made of crack that you can smoke. Ah.
Ah, no. You know what? Someone I know who knows somebody actually made dice out of cheese recently. Um,
Oh.
the D4 I think was made out of cheddar and it looked really
I mean,
good.
that
But she was
works
doing some soft cheese ones as well. I think she was just experimenting. For
because
the most
if
part,
the dice rolls bad, you can actually eat it.
exactly,
Yeah,
exactly. And at the end of the day, you can eat all your dice and you don't have to worry about lugging them around
and
places.
there's no evidence of you having played ever.
But yeah, they actually look pretty good. I can't remember who it was. It was a friend of a friend. And I saw them and I was like, yeah, they're not bad.
I
Held
I
the
just
shape
looked.
well.
I just looked to say I'm trying to find like we got the Cthulhu dice, we got the D&D dice. I was just trying to find is there any dice with furries on.
I'm sure there are, David.
There are. Oh dear, no, they are. Um, let's just say they are a bit more. Oh my goodness. Oh my no,
Hang on, are
no
you looking for furry dice or dice with furries? Because they're two
Because
different
that's
things.
yeah, that's a different
dice
yeah.
dice with. They seem to be a bit more explicit than I thought they would
Because
be.
fairy dice you can put on your rear view mirror.
Yeah, they look cool. Yeah, I was looking before, and Wish actually do. You know how most of fuzzy dice are actually D6s.
Yeah.
That you can actually buy D20s as
That'd
fuzzy
be
dice.
great.
Ooh.
It'd be great, yeah, if you had
Uh,
a car.
when I get when I said if I ever get married, I'm gonna wear like fancy what you call them cufflinks, like either
All right.
D20s or elder signs. I've decided.
Ooh,
Nice.
one of each?
No, I want to commit.
No. Oh,
Mm.
okay.
Maybe have
Because I'm
buttons.
getting
I mean,
married,
getting
I need to
married, you've got to
commit.
commit to something.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
exactly. If not the bride, then
Then at least the
cufflinks.
cufflinks. Oh,
Oh man,
he's a
I'm sorry,
catch,
my
girls.
future
He's a
bride.
catch.
If you're listening to this, my future bride that we haven't met yet, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. I was just making a joke. I love you.
Aww.
Ah,
Probably.
that's so
I mean,
that's so sweet.
no,
Ah,
it's not, David. It's kind of sad, actually.
You're making me sick
ah,
now. All
Yeah,
this soppy
and
talk. Let's
we'll
move on.
probably be vomiting at Kaz's wedding first. So
Yeah. I mean,
let's be
I'm
honest.
fairly
to-
sure that I will not be able to stop myself from making that noise if we have
Do
like the
you,
whole.
Kaz, take?
No, you know how you can do personalized vows.
Oh
yeah.
And
God!
I'm fairly sure that if I
Can you
have
make them?
personalized vowels, if
Please
he
make them
does it,
super
I'm gonna
cheesy.
vomit.
Please
I'm
make
gonna
them
make the
super
vomit sound, not
cheesy.
actually vomit, but I don't have any control over my like it's the
Your wedding
sarcastic part of it.
vows need to be role
Cheesy
playing
as
game
fuck.
related and
I'm
cheesy
gonna
as
I'm gonna be
fuck.
so many puns. It's gonna be great.
Oh
So many
man,
puns.
I can't wait now for your imaginary wedding.
My imaginary
Ah,
one. It's gonna happen one day, I'm
Yeah,
sure.
yeah, but at
it is.
at the time
It's
of this
imaginary now,
recording, it
yeah.
is imaginary. So,
Yeah.
Mm,
But I do plan
yeah.
to make it as funny as possible because I don't think that
oh
I could
man,
cope with serious. I
Mm.
think I'd be
let's
bored.
make sure that the fucking Rona is gone before we do anything, please. I don't
Oh
want to be
yeah.
wearing a
Yeah.
mask
Yeah.
or any shit like that.
No. Hoods
No,
maybe,
because
but
nobody
Uh,
would be able to. You wouldn't be able
yeah.
to
Oh,
articulate the vomiting sound properly.
that's true.
It just doesn't sound right.
Unless, as David said, the mask complements the hood, then I'm all
yeah.
for.
Yeah, the cloaks and stuff. Yeah, it's got to match.
Yeah,
Otherwise,
yeah.
Mm,
Mm.
yeah.
So many
yes.
ideas.
It is. Now I think I know how wedding plans feel. Like they've been given an idea and go, oh, you could do this, you could do that. The color palette for this
Yeah,
would
but
be
they're
lovely.
so expensive. Weddings are so expensive. They're crazy
Just
expensive.
yeah, like guys, like have a small wedding, spend some money on your friends, have a nice party, and enjoy yourselves.
Yeah,
And
that's my
then
plan.
the remaining money, you can buy a lot of role playing game books
No, you
You
can go
could,
abroad on
or
holiday
that.
away from the people
Yeah,
to
that you've
and you
play
just
can
with
spent a
play
people in the
fortune
castle.
spending money on.
and you can play a one-on-one adventures with your
The
bride.
people you're obliged to invite. So you're obliged to invite certain people to your wedding, aren't you? Right?
Yeah.
It's just one of those
Uh,
things. I won't be. I'll only invite the people I actually want to be there.
Mm.
right.
Um,
So we'll know who the real friends are.
yeah. No, but I mean, as in, like, there's a certain amount of money power as well. It's like
Yeah.
you've got
Mm.
people you want, right? Because you've got the money to do it.
Mm.
And then you've got people you want, but you can't actually afford to invite them. So you're just like, I really want you there, but I can't afford to have you
Mm.
there. So
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah.
And then you've
Well,
got people you don't actually want there and you invite because somebody said on the
but
nan's great aunt's uncle's wife's
Oh, I
cousin.
hate
And
that.
I will never invite people like that because let's be honest, I don't
how
care
does the
enough about
seating
their
plan work
feelings.
as well? Like, if you have someone who doesn't like someone else, but then you might have someone who's just arrived,
That's
or
their problem. It's
how
not my
does the
problem.
seating plan work? Do you put someone next to each other who
This
doesn't
is
like
why I
this and
don't
that?
have this is why I don't want to do all that shit. What I want to do is go get married in the cheapest way possible,
Mhm.
hire out a hall with a load of seats, right? And there will be a board game corner for the
Oh.
people who are afraid to talk to everybody else.
Mhm.
Okay? Because let's be honest, it's probably going to be 3/4 of the room,
Mm.
but there will be tables everywhere else for people to just sit where the hell they like. Because I
Mm.
don't care. I'm not going to do the whole seating plan. I'm not going to have Bob sit next to Sally because he can't sit next to Franny because of these are all made up people, so I'm not
So
offending anyone.
Sally,
But
so
Fanny.
So what's the what's the protocol in like UK weddings? Because I've been to one, but I
I
haven't been
can't
at the
remember the last time I
ceremony.
went to one, to be
So is it
honest.
like, do you whatever take whatever to be your is that the way it's done, or
Yeah, but
Con-
apparently you can write your own vows, so it's like,
because I think it would be really awesome if you flip the coin at that point. Like, do you take
what?
him? Heads I do, tails no.
well, no, because the way
And
the
you're
way
like,
I see it, right?
just to display that chaotic neutral is a true alignment.
If it was going to be me, I would flip a coin and be like, ah, it said yes. And I'm not going to say which one actually is yes and which one's no, because I've spent so much fucking money on the wedding in the first place. I'm not going to say no if this actually all happens. Let's be honest, I'm so ill organised, it's never going to happen because I'm too fucking lazy to plan a
You
You
do
wedding.
you
you
do
were
realize that
ill-organized. You're
that
really
Rob's gonna
organized.
hear this episode, right?
I'm well aware of that. I told him straight that I'm probably never going to marry him because I can't be asked to organise a wedding.
Right. Okay.
What's that
He's
really
convinced
cringy?
he can. Well, he thinks he convinced his mum and my sister-in-law to do it for us. I'm
Hmm.
like, I'm not relying
But plan
on.
the wedding.
Yeah.
Surely you want to plan your own wedding, though.
Well, yeah, but I'm also too lazy to plan my own wedding. I actually,
Oh,
Okay.
as I said, my idea
ha-
would be get married on the cheap, have an
Just
awesome
boss people
party,
around then.
and then go
And
abroad.
but it's not just that. It's not about just the venue. It's the food. It's the what you wear. It's the
All right.
preparation of
To
the
go
venue.
into detail, then, okay, the party is going to consist of everybody gets given 3 tokens or vouchers, all right, in their invitation, and they have to bring them. All right, and at the wedding, there's going to be a bar. There's going to be like a cotton candy or ice cream stall or whatever, and then there's going to be a burger/hot dog barn. Right, and
Oh,
you can have 3 vouchers to spend on what you want at the place. Anything over the top of that, you have to pay for. So if you want 3 drinks, you can have 3 drinks. If you want food, dessert, and a drink, you can have food, dessert, and drink. If you want 3 desserts, you can have 3 desserts. Right?
I don't think you should give people vouchers. I think you should give people 3 riddles. If they solve them,
Ah,
they
I
can
like that even better.
they can get drinks and food and stuff. If
I
not,
like that even
uh,
better. The problem is, right, with the amount of people coming, I'd have to come up with individual
I
riddles for
I'll sort that
everybody,
for you.
because
Just
otherwise people would
keep the
work
guest
together.
list under 300, and I'll take that. I'll take care of that.
It's well under
probably under
300. I am not
Okay.
probably under
paying for that many
50,
people. I don't
50,
know
60.
that many people.
Well, you could always invite Leonidas. He has
And I
300 friends.
certainly do not like that many people.
Just bring over
I
the
can
300.
I can vouch for that. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
true. She
Yeah.
doesn't.
bring everyone from the Roleplay Haven. There you go.
I
That'll
don't
be.
know most of them,
Yeah,
Well,
no, like
they'll they'll fill up the crowds, you know.
but I
You know.
don't want to have to pay
un-
for people I don't know.
unless RP Haven wants to sponsor the wedding,
Yeah, sponsor it, guys. Sponsor it.
then
No,
you know.
that's. I mean, let's
Would they live stream it as well? Like, would they put it
live
on their?
stream.
Who would watch it?
I don't think anyone would want to watch that. Come on, unless they're
No, no
waiting.
offense, guys.
Unless they're waiting to
Who
see
would
me
watch
flip a
it?
coin, make a vomit sound over the. Yeah, Vass, who would watch it? Eh? Make a vomit
it,
sound over his
I mean, who would
and
watch
vows
it
and
it, guys?
shit.
infuriates
Because all
people
your
with
loved ones would be there.
Blech,
That's what I meant.
blech.
it'll come in the
Yeah,
newspaper
whatever.
next day. It's just worst
Newspapers. Who
wedding ever.
has newspapers nowadays?
I'm sorry. Do you know
David, are you from
Kaz?
the 50s?
Do you know who Kaz is? She's a normal
Yes.
human being.
All right then.
Kinda.
The newspaper
Oh, yeah.
online. There you go.
Why
It'll
would
be
I
on the
put it
newspaper
online?
online. No, because it's live streamed, so they'll obviously be able to see it and go, "Is that the worst wedding I've ever seen? Is it?
Yeah,
Not?"
fuck it. Cancel the wedding. This is a
It's just
disaster.
David's now
Cancel it.
making it too much hard work.
Cancel it.
I'm not
Yeah,
gonna marry
it's too much
anyone.
work.
Oh,
No.
I don't want to anymore. It's
Rob, sorry, dude. You'll have to
oh,
just
blame
stay not
David for
married.
it. It's not worth
Yeah.
it. Oh,
poor
it's so
me.
stressful.
Honestly.
Are you making it
This
so
Oh.
this
stressful now?
recording has
I
been a
can't.
roller coaster. Now I went from like being extremely happy for my friend who was getting married,
Yep.
and now the wedding's not happening.
What?
Like,
The wedding wasn't
why?
happening to begin
Uh,
with. What are you guys talking about?
Ah, I
no,
feel so
wait.
sad now.
Unless it's
Oh my
happening
god.
in secret. Were you ever visited by an old lady? Well, not old, but someone carrying an infinitely expansive bag, a cane perhaps?
No, Mary Poppins did not pop into my childhood. Because otherwise
Okay.
I'd be far more normal than I am now.
You would own a
Mm,
company as well. Own a
I love that you
company,
think you're
own.
normal.
I'd own my own company like Modiphius, yeah. No.
Oh dear.
No, David, I was not visited by Mary Poppins. That did not happen in my childhood, which I'm gutted to say because that would have been freaking cool.
Yes, it would be. Yeah.
But yeah, let's
Unless it's like Fairly Odd. Have you ever seen Fairly Odd Parents and once they get rid
yeah.
of their fairies, then they forget all about them? Maybe Mary Poppins did that to you.
I mean, if we're talking about this sort of crap, I'm fairly sure I have guardian angels because I probably would have died
Oh
well
God,
before
I
now.
forgot you believe in ghosts. Why am I friends with you?
Yeah, but I don't believe in them, but I don't not believe in them. Okay, so my theory around it all is that I think that the power of yourself and the power of your own mind will create these delusions. Let's say. So if you believe that you're going to be a ghost, or you believe that ghosts exist strongly enough, you'll see them. If you believe in reincarnation enough, that's what's going to happen to you.
So you basically
That's
believe
what
that your
my theory
brain
is.
is making up stuff that you
Yes.
believe.
Yes.
Okay.
That's what I believe.
That's
If you
called
believe something enough,
paranoid schizophrenia.
no, because I don't necessarily believe it, but I think if your brain believes that you're going to be reincarnated enough, like seriously, my sister, she's 15 now. I am convinced she was reincarnated, but only because of what she used to say when she was a kid.
Oh.
And this was like before she could come up with imaginary shit.
Yeah, kids
Right?
say the
She
weirdest
was
shit.
like 2-3 years old. This is first talking. And she used to say the same thing, and for years she would say the same thing over and over, and then all of a sudden it just stopped. She stopped talking about it. But she'd always talk about her other mother and her other sister and stuff like that. And
That's because
seriously, it
you
was
were
so
mean
fucking
to
weird.
her.
No, we weren't. And it was so freaking weird that like we're convinced she must have been reincarnated from like something
Who?
else. I don't know.
Who are we talking about, by the way? Are we talking about Joe or
Rhiannon. I
Rihanna?
mean, you've spoken to her. She's fucking nutter.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like,
Yeah.
I'm not
Live on the
surprised.
podcast.
I mean, I'm not saying Joe isn't a nutter, but
Yeah, I mean, the whole family is, as far as I'm
well, we
concerned.
have to be. I think.
I mean, I haven't met all the family, but I've met enough.
You've met enough of them, yeah. You've spoken to enough of them to get like an average on our sanity points. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're at zero or very close to zero.
Yeah, exactly. Okay.
Ah.
I think we've just spent the whole time now talking about shit.
We have, and we do have a wedding to plan as well.
Really?
So
Yes,
I
we
think
do.
I think we need to
Oh my
wrap this
god,
up.
David, are you getting married?
I wish.
You wait, you wish? You wish you were
Aw.
getting married?
Oh, one
Aw.
day maybe. But
I think
it will be
David,
soon.
we need to find you a girlfriend.
Yeah.
Or a
That'd be
boyfriend?
really nice. Or a boyfriend. I'm not gonna judge.
Or a fairy friend?
Just
I have many
a
of those.
pen
but-
pal? I mean, that might be
Pen
easier
pal?
for us.
We need to get you some love, David. And that sounded wrong.
Oh, hang on. We love David.
Yeah, but a
What do you
different
mean?
type of love.
Yeah, a different kind of love.
right.
It's
I
yeah.
need to bump into someone and go, oh.
You know what would be really good is if we were allowed outside again to bump into people.
That'd be nice.
That would
And
be
not
Bump
nice.
into people and go, oh, sorry to bump into you.
Oh, sorry.
Oh,
I
no.
want to sneeze at the face of someone again. No, it's not.
No,
I've never done
that's
that in my
gross.
life.
That is
But,
gross.
like,
You're a
I-
fucking
I would-
nurse, God's
I
sake.
I would love to be able to do that and not be a big thing. It'd be like,
I
oh yeah,
would
so
love to be able to just go into a shop, get a really dry throat, because this happens when you're wearing a mask,
Yeah.
right? And cough freely without people worrying that you've got the Rona.
Yeah.
don't
And you want to give him, say, just like a glass of water without going.
And I'm
"Please
just
get out
like,
of my
I've
school."
just, sorry, I just
Stay away
choked on
from
my own,
me!
choked on my own saliva. I don't have the Rona. I'm just
Well,
really
we don't
bad
know
at
that.
caring about myself.
I'm just gonna send you to get tested and vaccinated.
Yeah, I've got like a overactive saliva glands. It's fine.
Let's not end this episode with Rona.
Let's not end
Please.
this episode with me talking about saliva glands.
Yeah, save something
Okay.
for the honeymoon cows. Come on.
I'm gonna say to our listeners though, that's your gross. That's not what I wanted to say to you, but I'm gonna say to our listeners, we have had feedback that our waffling is going on too long, so we're actually gonna cut it quite short this week.
Yes.
And hopefully
Exactly
going
on an hour.
forward,
How dare you say that?
and hopefully
It's
going
true.
forward, we will keep it a bit shorter than the hour plus that we've been doing. So, I think probably close to about 45 minutes, isn't it, guys?
Yeah. Yeah.
So
roughly.
we are.
As
We're gonna.
we are nearing an
We
hour.
say we're nearing an hour now, but now we're about 50 minutes or so. However,
Look, guys,
we did our
we're
waffling
interesting.
early.
We're awesome.
Yeah.
Just listen to us. It's fine.
But we understand you don't have all of the time in the world to listen to us, so we are going to try and cut it as short as possible. So even though we have waffled on about absolutely nothing geekish other than Modiphius being witches
And
and
dice.
And your geeky wedding. Let's
And
not forget
Time
your geeky
Lords.
wedding.
Time Lords, yeah. But let's not talk about
Anyway.
wedding. Anyway,
Let's cut this episode short.
yeah. So
please.
I'm going to say goodbye, everybody. Thank you very much for listening, and we'll see you next week.
Yes. See you next week.
See you next week, everyone. Take care. Bye.
Bye.